Hey. You looking for something? I got something you can drop in your lineup this year. You're gonna love it. These guys right here, these 5 guys, they can make you go nuclear. So in today's episode, I got 5 guys that you can potentially drop in your lineup here in 2023 and have it just go bonkers, right? Jamal Williams last year was kind of one of those guys. Nobody anticipated Jamal Williams leading the league in rushing touchdowns, yet here we are. But I want to kick off the giveaways here in 2023. We do them all year long, right? I have right here a signed Jalen Waddle jersey right there. Turn it the right way, Jake. Beautiful signature here, Jalen Waddle. How do you get this jersey? It's super simple. Hit the like button down below. If we can get over 500 likes on this video, I'll give this jersey away. All you have to do is sign up for a free account at pristineauction.com. There's a link down below in the description. Make sure you use the promo code headliners when you do so, and you're good to go. You're eligible to win. Just hit the like button. As soon as we hit that like goal, I'll announce a winner in one of these shows that are upcoming, so make sure you do that now. But let's kick it off with our first guy. Let's talk about Samaje Perine. Now, I know a lot of people just heard me say Samaje Perine, and they're like, what the hell is this guy talking about? Why do I care about Samaje Perine? Well, in case you don't know, he's not in Cincinnati anymore. Dude was brought into Denver during free agency for a reason. Now, reports are already coming out that Javonte Williams maybe a little bit limited to start the year. He still has a long road ahead of him when it comes to rehabbing that knee injury. But now we add in the fact that we have Sean Payton as the new head coach in Denver, and my tail is starting to wag, and here's why. We have a running back in a backfield of a team with good outside weapons, right? We still have Cortland Sutton, we have Jerry Jeudy, we have KJ Hamler still, a lot of weapons. We have an offensive-minded head coach, a quarterback capable of pushing the ball down the field, but wait, there's more. Over Sean Payton's tenure in New Orleans, he was known for having a multiple running back system in that offense. Don't forget Kamara and Ingram just a few short years ago. In fact, 10 of the 15 years that he was in New Orleans, his rushing offense finished inside the top 10 in rushing touchdowns scored. 3 of the last 5 years in New Orleans, they were also top 10 in rush attempts and in rushing yards. They're going to run the ball. So now we have a chance at more early season work if Javonte Williams is limited. And even if he's not, we have Samaje Perine, who is capable of playing all 3 downs, absorbing some of that pass catching work. And oh yeah, you can probably get him in the 10th round or later. Samaje Perine is somebody you could drop into your lineup this year, and he could go nuclear. How about another running back? What about Tyler Algier? And I love Tyler Algier. This guy kind of started to go a little nuclear at the end of 2022, if we're being completely honest. He ended the season with 4 straight games, over 13 fantasy points, and was running back 5 overall in fantasy football over that same span. We really saw him come into his own towards the end of the year, and the coaching staff saw it as well, because they really started to commit to him on a weekly basis. But now we fast forward to 2023, and the Falcons still have limited offensive weapons, right? We have Drake London on the outside. Maybe we have a Kyle Pitts breakout year, but aside from that, it's about it in Atlanta, right? But you have to think with the draft upcoming, they're going to get more help, but that is okay. It means that more of the defensive attention has to go away from the running game, which is going to clear out the boxes for Tyler Algier. We have a second-year quarterback with an entire offseason now, knowing that he's going to be the starter. Unless for some reason they end up with Lamar Jackson. Doesn't look like it still could happen, but we have a running back capable of 300 plus touches in what could be a very run-heavy offense, and the guy's projected to be like a 7th or 8th round pick. Tyler Algier is a guy that could be your running back 3. Maybe you go heavy and he's your running back 4. This dude could explode in 2023. But let's move on to a couple pass catchers. How about Tyler Algier's teammate, Drake London? A lot of people, I feel like, are starting to jump on the Drake London bandwagon. Now, I didn't want to go double Falcon here. It's never a good idea to go double Falcon, if you know what I mean. I wanted to include Chris Olave, but full disclosure, I need a little bit more time to dive into that situation in New Orleans to see how comfy cozy I am with Chris Olave, so pay attention to that in the future. In my opinion, Drake London has a better chance right now at immediate targets to start the season, so that's why I'm going to go with him here. Now, we just mentioned with Tyler Algier, there's limited weapons on the outside after you have Drake London and Kyle Pitts. The other wide receivers right now on the roster, Mac Hollins, Scotty Miller. Does that strike fear into opposing defenses at all? No. But like I said, I won't be shocked if they add more help in the passing game through the draft, but don't be mistaken. Drake London is going to be the #1 passing option in this offense. Now, he ended 2022 with 5 games of at least 8 targets and 5 receptions with Desmond Ridder as his quarterback. Sure, that was without Kyle Pitts, but a lot of the early season stats from Drake London were skewed by the quarterback play of Marcus Mariota last year. Don't forget about that. He wasn't pushing the ball down the field, and really in turn, that hurt Drake London. This offense becomes more vertical with Desmond Ridder, and that really benefits Drake London once again. If you take the last 5 weeks of last season and average them over a 17-game year, he would end up with 163 targets, 105 receptions, 1,455 yards. That right there is 198 half PPR points. That alone would have made him wide receiver 13 in 2022, and we haven't even talked about touchdowns as of yet. If we were to add in 4 touchdowns, which is a fairly modest number in my opinion, he would have finished as wide receiver 7 above Jalen Waddle. Now, I'm not saying, I'm just saying this guy could be the wide receiver 3 on your roster, and you could end up with a top 12 option if things continue the way they ended in 2022 and Drake London goes nuclear. Which will then take us to Jamison Williams of the Detroit Lions, somebody who I tweeted about just yesterday, and I don't feel like he's getting enough respect. I don't think enough people are talking about Jamison Williams that really should be. I really think that a lot of people have forgotten about him, but these aren't the old Lions anymore. They're starting to do things the right way. They didn't rush back Jamison Williams last year. He didn't even play until week 13, and he never played in more than 18 snaps in a game after that point. Only had 9 targets total all year long. But how about this? He only touched the ball 2 times last year. Those 2 touches were a 40-yard rush and a 41-yard touchdown reception. This guy is a big-time playmaker in a big-time offense. Don't forget, the Detroit Lions are actually pretty good at football, right? Their defense kind of hampered them at times last year, but overall, this is a top 5 offense in the NFL. In fact, they're top 10 in passing overall, top 5 in overall offense because of Jamal Williams last year, right? But people still aren't hopping on the bandwagon because it's the Lions. Forget about that. Jamison Williams is on pace to go nuclear. The guy was the 12th overall pick in 2022 for a reason. He had 1,572 yards, 15 touchdowns in 2021 at Atlanta. Taylor, right now, give me a Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
I knew he'd come through with it, but these are the things that have people drooling about wide receivers, young wide receivers in fantasy football. Everyone wants the next Justin Jefferson, the next Jamar Chase, the next Jalen Waddle. Jamison Williams could definitely be that, and even though he's not technically a rookie anymore, going into his 2nd year in this offense, dude could go nuclear. Which will end us with a tight end, the football kind. I know you guys keep asking for a tight end not football related, but I don't know if I can get that one past the boss, if you know what I'm talking about. Let's talk about Chigo. Okay. I'm going to call him Chiggy Oko from now on. We're just going to have to get used to it because I'm not going to butcher this young man's name all year long. Now, it doesn't take a whole lot for tight ends to go the hell off. If they can get in the range of 110 points and half PPR scoring, more than likely they're going to be top 12 at their position. Now, last year, Chiggy had 81 points and didn't even start getting consistent targets until week 12, and then had 2 games after that span with Malik Willis and Josh Dobbs as his quarterback. No more Austin Hooper. No more Robert Woods. A consistently banged up #1 wide receiver option in Treylon Burks. And then we have a tight end who finished top 5 in fantasy points per target, fantasy points per route run, yards per reception, yards per target, yards per route run. Should I continue here? Are 60 receptions and 600 yards, 3 touchdowns out of the question here for Chiggy Oko? Absolutely not. But that right there would make him a Verge top 12 tight end. And with the crazy late ADP, if you don't snag one of the big guys early, taking a lottery ticket on Chiggy Oko late could definitely pay off if dude goes nuclear. But just a reminder, hit that like button. You got to get in on the giveaway for the Jalen Waddle jersey. Make sure you have your free account signed up at pristineauction.com. Link down below in the description. Let me know what you think about these 5 guys. Are they on your radar? Do you think that they could go the hell off in 2023? Let me know down below in the comment section. Hit that like button and do your part to make the world a better place.